Hello everyone, welcome to Barca News. It is September 7th, 2024, and Barcelona have finally finished paying off Quique Setien. Also, Deco will start making moves to try to sign both Jonathan Tah and Joshua Kimmich. We have a lot to discuss, so let's begin. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Mo, and before I begin with the news, just a quick reminder to make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment. All of this helps this channel continue to grow. Also, if you are looking for any Barcelona jerseys or merchandise, make sure you hit the Go Kids, Kickbacks, or Fanatics. And if you are looking to place any sports bets, make sure you head to Bet Us. All links are down below in the description. Now I'll begin with the news that Barcelona have finally finished paying off the money that they own to the former Barcelona coach, Quique Setien. Now, Quique Setien was hired after Barcelona under Bartomeu sacked Ernesto Valverde, and Setien had a contract until June of 2022, but after the humiliating loss at the hands of Bayern Munich 82 in the Champions League, Bartomeu's board decided to sack Quique Setien in August of 2020, so almost 2 years before his contract was set to expire, and as such, Barcelona owed the former Barcelona coach a lot of money, which Bartomeu decided not to pay him, and as a result, Quique Setien had to resort to court, and after lots of wrangling and after lots of back and forth, Barcelona, under the guidance of Joan Laporta, reached an agreement with Quique Setien to pay him some of the money that Barcelona owed him in 6 installments. And it's reported that now Barcelona just made the 6th and final installment, and now they officially don't owe Quique Setien any money. Now, how much did Barcelona end up paying Quique Setien? It was a total of 4 million euros over these 6 installments. It would have been way more had Barcelona not reached this agreement with Quique Setien. And this just goes to show that we are still dealing with the horrible legacy of Bartomeu. So for people who continue to say, oh, forget about Bartomeu, that was years ago, let's focus on now. Well, I wish we could, but Barcelona continue to deal with the repercussions of the terrible management of the club under Bartomeu, because it's not only Quique Setien that we're still paying for. Remember, we're still paying big contracts to Frankie de Jong and Clement Lenglet thanks to Bartomeu. We're still paying money to players who are not the club anymore, like Jordi Alba or Lionel Messi. So no, we cannot just forget about Bartomeu. No, we're not just using it as an excuse. The reality is that Barcelona, until today, 3 years later, or almost 4 years later, I think, we're still paying for the repercussions of the terrible management of the club under the former Barcelona president. Now, speaking of Bayern Munich and that humiliating defeat, I guess today Barcelona got a little bit of payback. Not a lot, but a little bit of payback, because our academy team, Cadete B, defeated today Bayern Munich 8-1 in the Porsche Football Cup. So I guess we do get a little bit of payback. Of course, this has nothing like, Bayern Munich defeating Barcelona 8-2 in the Champions League. This is just, little kids. It's a small tournament. But, I decided to bring it up because why not? Maybe a little bit of payback doesn't, will make us feel a little bit better. Or who knows? Maybe that's, a preview of what's about to come. Because remember, Barcelona are set to play against Bayern Munich during this Champions League season. So if it's a preview, hey, I'm all for it. But anyways, more news, because we now know when David Oduro is set to arrive in Barcelona. Now, as you know, Barcelona signed David Oduro during the final days of the summer transfer market. Oduro, who's an 18-year-old left back from Ghana who was playing at Accra Lions, is someone who came to the club at the beginning of this year, around January, to do some tryouts. He completely impressed everyone at the club. He has been likened a lot to Alphonso Davies, and after his impressive tryouts at Barcelona, Barcelona decided to sign the 18-year-old Ghanaian left back. And well, now we know when David Oduro is set to arrive in the club, and it will be Sunday. So tomorrow, David Oduro will land in the city of Barcelona to join his new team, Barça Athletic, And I have to say, I'm very excited to see what David Oduro will do with Barca Athletic. And who knows, maybe we'll see him play some minutes with the first team. Of course, all this will depend on his adaptation, not only to European football, but also to the Barcelona style of football. So the best of luck to David Oduro, who will land tomorrow and join his new team, Barca Athletic. And hopefully he can succeed and become the next star in our beloved club. Now, more news, because Deco is reportedly starting to make moves in order to try to bring both Jonathan Tah and Joshua Kimmich to the club. Now, in the case of Jonathan Tah, we know that he does not want to renew his contract with Bayer Leverkusen, which is set to expire in 2025. And well, today, Jonathan Tah confirmed that in an interview. So this is no longer speculation or rumors. This is real, as Jonathan Tah said the following: "No, my decision remains unchanged. I will not renew my contract. My current deal runs until 2025, and I will give my all for Leverkusen until then. A football career is short, and I want to make the most of my opportunities. I believe it's time to explore new challenges, especially after such a successful season." So Jonathan Tah confirming that he indeed is not going to renew with Bayer Leverkusen, which means that next summer he will become a free agent. And as such, is reported that Deco has already begun making moves to try to bring Jonathan Tah during next summer. Now, this is going to be, I think, a bit of an easier operation than Joshua Kimmich, because after all, Jonathan Tah's agent is Pini Zahabi, who is the same agent for Robert Lewandowski. We know that Pini Zahabi offered Jonathan Tah to Barcelona during this summer. Barcelona did reach out to Bayer Leverkusen, but Leverkusen did not want to sell Jonathan Tah to Barcelona. So since he will be a free agent next summer, and he's still going to have Pini Zahavi as his agent, which already offered him, and it looks like Jonathan Tah was interested in coming to Barcelona, this operation might end up happening. So I guess we're going to have to wait for the next summer, because we might have a new center back at Barcelona. Now, the other player that Barcelona or Deco is reportedly making moves to see if he can bring him as a free agent is Joshua Kimmich. Joshua Kimmich, of course, his contract also expires in the summer of 2025. Bayern Munich have been working really hard on extending the contract of the German player. So far, they have been unsuccessful, and it looks like Kimmich is not looking to renew his contract with the Bundesliga club, which means that he too, like Jonathan Tah, will become a free agent during next summer. And as such, it's reported that Deco has already started making moves to see if he can bring the German midfielder, who has been a target for Barcelona for many years, to see if he can bring him next summer as a free agent. And as far as Kimmich, I think this will be more of a difficult operation, because we know that Kimmich wants a high salary, which is something that Barcelona cannot afford. And if he does arrive as a free agent, he's definitely going to want a high salary. That's usually how it works. If clubs don't have to pay a transfer fee, players usually request a higher salary. So we'll see what comes out of this. But another thing is, if Kimmich does arrive, most likely that will mean the departure of Frankie de Jong, whose contract does expire in 2026. So that's the news. Deco making moves to see if he can bring Jonathan Tah and Joshua Kimmich to the club next summer as free agents. And of course, I am curious to hear you guys' thoughts. Do you want to see Tah and Kimmich at the club? Let me know down below in the comment section. And that is all the news for this video. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment. I will be uploading another video in a little bit. And as always, Peace, Barça.